Okay, hi everybody, thank you for joining me here today. And this is gonna be the reading for Virgo, Earth sign Virgo. And let's just get into it, okay? All right. Wow, that just flew out. I'm sorry. The Hanged Man reverse. This Hanged Man is such a it to me it's like a very contemplative Virgo card. This is not the time to be any hermit or silent mode. This is not the time. You have done your due. You have done your due. No more silence. What, you want to communicate? Look at this. Six of Swords in reverse with Ace of Wands. You wanna charge ahead. The things that put you in a hanged man energy, like really contemplating, really thinking about things, really really trying to put all the puzzle together. You have done that, you have been in that energy, but that did not bring you any solution whatsoever. It gave you a lot of understanding of things, but it did not give you a solid solution. So right now you're kind of embodying this kind of do or die kind of energy, and you are directly marching towards the conflict, or towards not the conflict. It doesn't have to be conflict all the time, but towards this energy that needs a certain kind of reapproach. So you are going towards the situation with okay, I'm gonna figure that out, I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna address it in more explicit way I know I can do, like that. There is no elusiveness, there is no drift away, there is no, this is the time to act. This is the time to act. This is the time to act. What is this that you are so passionately charging? And if more than passion, it feels like that, okay, it just all of a sudden that kettle whistles blows up, or pressure cooker, if you know pressure cooker, what pressure cooker is like, and then the pressure just blows out. It's like that. But it's not very, I'm not saying any fighting or something, it's not that kind of, yeah, it is intrusive. It may it has this intrusive quality in it, because you are coming with such a force, or coming with do or die kind of modality, but it doesn't feel like it's I don't see conflict there. I see that you are just charging ahead after a long period of time where you were not sure what to do, and you were contemplating a different, you were contemplating different arena of that situation, trying to understand that this different aspect of the situation. But right now you just feel okay, I am doing that, it gives me a lot of knowledge and wisdom, but I need, right now I need that crystal clear approach of charging, it's confronting it. You need that confrontation, and you are going with it. King of Swords in reverse. Well, I feel like this is your energy. Sorry, not King of Swords. Did I say King? Queen of Swords. I feel like... Okay, so here is the thing. I feel like you even though you have no intention, for conflict. All you want to do is just see eye to eye, just looking what it is for. Even though you are Virgo, like you understand the philosophical undertone of each situation. You understand that there is not only one layer to confront, there is a multiple layer that involves, that create a situation to give some multiplicity to that situation. So you have gone, that's why you went through this kind of hanged man is energy, where you felt like, no, you need to understand that you cannot just be like one directional and just understand the surface and just that's it. No, you wanted to deep dig, you wanted to understand the different perspective of that situation, different layer that adhere to this situation. You have done that, but right now you feel like, okay, this is the time that I need to confront it. I need to confront it with full energy, with my full passion, with my full honesty. But I need to confront it. There, the communication has to take place, whether it's a communication through verbal communication or it's a physical communication. When I say physical communication, doesn't mean that you're fighting or that, not that kind of, but just being present with the situation, not like observing for distance or understanding from distance and analyzing from distance. Not like that. It's like a very involved activity that you are trying to approach. But I feel like, even though you have no intention to be rude or be brutal, I mean, brutal means, cruel or something like that, but I think during that process you will come up with like that. There is a high tendency that you will come up with like very cutthroat kind of words, very like kind of brutal. And sometimes brutal is what you need, what situation requires or what situation demands. So if that demands, then that is it. But I'm just saying, but I don't think you want that. I mean, it's not a conscious choice that you are making, but you consciously, knowing yourself that you're not gonna you're not gonna be cruel, you're not gonna be brutal, because that's not your energy, that's not your nature, in general. So you are kind of not considering. But there will be a tendency, when you're charging ahead with so much passion and honesty and kind of do or die kind of modality, there is a chance that you can come across like you can embody the reverse Queen of Swords, kind of energy, where you are not really being empathetic or not really being understanding of the other person or other people who are involved in this situation, and you are kind of, my way, I want to get through this. That's not selfishness, or that's not, anyway. So that's where you are right now. So if you, I'm not gonna take all this, if you like, or maybe this is what you need. Yeah, you feel like you need to cut to the chase. You need to cut to the chase, you need to be brutal, you need to be extremely hardcore that you can be. And you feel like that, even though you, okay, here's the thing, you feel like, I'm just gonna pick that up, but even though you naturally, that kind of energy you will not exhibit, because that's not in your like normal energy realm. But I subconsciously, somewhere, you feel like you need to cut to the core. You need to cut to the core to make something moving, get out of this, like Six of Swords, in diverse energy, and move. You are feeling like, I have been held a long period of time, I need to move. That doesn't mean that period of where you are like held back was bad or anything. No, it gives you, it was needed at the time, and you went through that process. But now it's a second phase of this process, where you want to move. Just move. The mobility is needed. That river needs to run. It cannot be stagnant for a long period of time, otherwise it can only like generate or breed mosquitoes, you know what I mean? So you need that movement, and if that movement cause you to be a brutal, a cruel, and cut to the core kind of person, like not really be sympathetic or empathetic at that moment, you are fine with it, even though you don't understand that you are gonna go there. But I feel like subconsciously you kind of know that if that happens, you will be fine with it. Oh god. Wheel of Fortune and Death in reverse. Oh my god, you have been hung. You have been in this position for a long period of time. I'm connecting with a Virgo who have been in this hangman position for a long period of time, where you are giving these benefits of doubt, where you are not analyzing, but you are, understanding the thing, understanding other person, on almost like a Libran kind of energy, like a real, always like understanding what others, putting yourself in other people's shoes, like trying to understand their angle, trying to understand your perspectives, and this and that, and all this kind of relational correlation actually put you in a very, very stagnant, contemplative, reflective, yes, but very stagnant energy for a long period of time, where you did not feel like you can move any further, because you feel like you need to understand. It's like you need to decode the holy grail before you can move. And now you're feeling like, okay, you know what, this is as good as it gets, and I am gonna go forward. I'm gonna go. Okay, when I say forward, it's not, I don't mean in a linear way, I don't mean in, I really do not understand the linear conception of time. So it whatever you think is moving ahead means, whatever gives you the sense of moving, a sense of changing, sense of progressing, a sense of change, or sense of evolution, whatever that means to you, you want that. Okay, it doesn't have to be always linear forward movement. Anyway, so let's see. So you have been like that. No wonder you are coming as a, like, Ace of Wands. It's like the highest level of wands, highest level of fire, highest level of highest level of movement, highest level of, this like exponential energy that has been charged within you, because this energy has been brooding for so long time, and no energy can stay in their same position for a long period of time. Change is inevitable. So this pump energy, because you have, it's like that you are overcharged. The battery has been overcharging for last, let's say, 2 years, but now it's time for battery to actually deliver and make that phone or make that computer running, or anything. You know what I mean? This is just a example that came to my mind. But anyway, you are just overly, you have enough energy to embody Ace of Wands kind of power, and that may trip you, like this kind of, like, be a little cutthroat kind of things, because you are not taking any kind of bullshit anymore, because you have done with all this. Like, when I say bullshit, it's like, I don't want to generalize anything and just say it too lightly, because I feel like we use word too lightly, and then it becomes norm, and it becomes a whole different kind of language, and what I mean by bullshit is like that you are not trying to understand other person's perspective all the time. You feel like, okay, this is my time, how about that? And there is nothing wrong me having my time, and my time is getting away from this and doing something, charging ahead with this situation, so that I can get what it is. I need all this information, I need all this clarity, I need all this movement, and whatever that takes, I will do it. If that puts me in a Queen of Swords river energy, that's fine. I never said that I never said that I was a saint, like that. So yeah, all right. Look at that. Who is that? What is going on, Bar? Like, we have 3 aces here. Oh my god. We have 3 aces. I mean, I don't know what to say. And there is like this communication, what I told, like, you need that communication. Here is like 8 of Wands, like, Oh my god, I'm feeling like you are just so charged up. I cannot even form my words. There is nothing that I can say. I feel like this burst of energy. You are emotionally charging, you are passionately, emotionally, with clear mind, you are charging ahead, you are charging to the situation because you are done with this constant, stable, stagnant energy, and you are charging ahead. I think this reading gonna be extremely short. I mean, I have nothing else to say here. I feel like whosoever I'm connecting with, you already made up your mind. There is nothing, there is no going back, there is no back and forth here, there is no kind of contemplation here. You have done your due, like I told you in the before, like you have done your course. This is your time to deliver right now. This is your time to deliver. Yeah, sometimes, activity and passivity is like a very nice combination. Nothing is superior over other, at least not in my book. Like, so you are embodies this passivity, which now it's time for you to be active, and you are the one who realized it already. You realized already, and you are charging with all your force. This is like, I don't know, it's like, what can I say, it's like you are charging with clarity, you are charging with emotional fulfillment, and you are charging with passion, you are charging with honesty, you are charging with fearless bravery. It's like something. Oh my god, I'm feeling like, I don't know, this kind of image coming to me. You are like sitting on riding a black stallion and just riding with full force through the desert, and nothing can stop you, nothing can stop you. And so it can have some kind of side effects. If something comes in your way, you can kick that thing. That's like a queen of swords in reverse. And if that it takes for you to do it, that it takes. I mean, you have to be conscious about it, you have to be, I mean, just be aware of this. Sometimes but I feel like, like, okay, here is the thing. When you take this kind of Napoleon kind of energy, it's like charging ahead, and like this kind of, full force kind of energy, sometimes that can take overpower our own personality, because we have a lot of, I feel like you have a lot of confidence in your personality. You feel like you cannot harm someone. Because you know how sensitive and empathetic you are, and you know that this kind of passive energy in past years or months, and how long it has been, but it feels like quite long for you, has been feeding you with a lot of knowledge of others and lot of understanding of others. So with that energy, you cannot harm other person without, but you also know that you also very focused on what you want to get it done. It's like, and you are coming with in your optimal energy, you are coming with your, like, this is the best you can get, this is the best kind of energy, like, you can put into this, make these things happen. Your communication is on point, your clarity is on point, your emotion and sensitivity is on point. So that's why you're feeling, if I have all these things aligned, then how can I be in Queen of Swords reverse situation? How can I harm someone, and how can I just brutal and cruel to someone without any purpose? But you are not thinking about that. This is because you have so much confidence in you as a person. You don't even think, it's not even coming to on the surface to your mind that you can be a Queen of Swords reverse kind of energy, and where you can be brutal and all that. But this is just, I'm not saying that you will be, but I'm just saying that even if you're thinking that you are just too focused on this, and you are just, like, it's like you're just too focused to win the battle, and you are not caring how many people are dying, that I'm just, so just keep that in mind. What are the byproducts of this kind of energy? Are those byproducts are controllable by you? Are those byproducts are something that you wanna create, you wanna entertain, and you wanna be associated with? So those kind of things need to be a little checked on while you are embodying this energy, because this energy is, I mean, sorry, this energy is beautiful. but it's just a little check here and there, just to have that understanding of yourself. Nobody's telling you what's good or what's bad. It's just asking you to. And these are things, and like both these things, it just came to you, because this is all our aces. Aces is something which is like, it is beyond our comprehension. It's not that our active action we put into and make this thing happen. More like those kind of energy come to us, and we kind of make that thing, take that energy in, and make something out of it. So it's like a more of a given kind of energy. So you will have this energy no matter what, because now you are in that position where you can have this kind of energy. But the thing is, like, just be a little aware of your actions, just a little aware. But I think you are. When you go through this kind of stagnation, passivity, that gives you a lot of calmness and reflection of your own action, which is not just, it's not like a fleeting energy that pass by around us, or pass by us with so much speed and so much randomness that we cannot comprehend. I don't think that's not energy. This energy kind of slow down people, us, and really kind of force us to reflect on our own action, on our relative relation to our surroundings. So you came from that, and now we are embodying this. So of course you will have that kind of understanding of others, but just don't, I mean, be careful of too much, like too much of, I don't know, like laser focus can makes you blind sometimes. It just be aware of that, if you if that's something you would like to be aware of. Anyway, so I'm just gonna pull out another oracle card, just to see the subconscious energy of yours overall. Let's see what we have. Okay, this is pretty short reading, like very 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 short and concise. You're just so direct. Three of them, I'm not gonna take it. Three and three, we got 33, breaking down to 6. Waving flowers. So I feel that, as I was saying, it's like something, you are birthing something, like you are birthing something out of you. It's like, it almost feel like, and you have no control over it. The process has begun. It's like, even if you want to stop this, you cannot. Even if you want to stop this, you cannot. The flower is blooming. It's in the process of blooming. There is no stop right there. There is no stop right there. So it's gonna happen. Whatever you are charging towards, it's gonna happen. You are gonna go, you are gonna do that, whatever you are doing right now. But I feel like there is an undertone of a little stubbornness there, and little sense of that you want to prove yourself. I feel like you're trying to prove yourself, even though it's not very prominent, but subconsciously undertone, like the undertonality of your mood or of your senses has this kind of connotation that you have to prove to somebody. I don't know why you are feeling like that. Is this that you got into that hanged man reverse because somebody did not really see you the way you see you, like really really see you for you? Is that why you are showing all your power that you can have? that's nice, but but it's, I don't know, just be mindful that sometimes we let others control our activity way too much. you know with this energy, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. With three Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and Ace of Swords, with that kind of clarity, with that kind of emotional stability, with that kind of passion, you don't have to prove anything to yourself. Just being you will be enough for other people to see you. So you are already there. Just be jellyfish, and just glow. And people will see that you are glowing. So you are doing that. It is happening to you. You cannot stop glowing. You know, when you have so much light within you, you cannot just stop glowing. You cannot just turn the switch off. So it's gonna happen no matter what. But if you're doing this with the intentionality of prove to somebody or external, like gratification, whether from others or whether from some kind of institution or whatever it is, it can go a little, it can take you somewhere where you don't feel proud to be at. So just keep that in mind. Otherwise, everything is like so beautifully synchronized right now. Just like, yeah, like, I all of a sudden I'm remembering this long time ago when I was a kid or something like that. I read a journal read by like written by some random girl, and it was like the book was published by, like, it's like written by anonymous. That person never really disclosed their name, but she was writing, and it's like autobiography kind of journal, and she was writing that every night she will sit on her balcony, and across her balcony there are gonna be there used to there was a guy, there was a like a middle-aged, very soft, kind of sophisticated, whatever, that kind of person who will sit in the balcony every night and drink 2 glasses of whiskey. And after that, and she wrote that in her diary that, um, I always hate people, no, not hate, I always disliked people who drank on the street, like alcohol, and be drunk on the street and all that. And she said that, and she wrote that, but after watching him for months, I realized that drinking, not everybody can hold alcohol, so don't blame alcohol. I don't know whether it's clear to you guys. I think it is, but I don't know. It was really, I really like that. So it's like that, like, it's up to you whether you're gonna be drunk with power or drunk with satisfaction and go haywire on the street and abusing people, or you can really hold that alcohol and hold that power and hold that satisfaction and hold that things that coming to you and channel it in more, okay, I need to turn that off. Channel it in more useful way. Anyway, I think that's what it is. Hope you get something out of it. Talk to you later. Bye.